Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to day one of Unbound Brilliance. Your unbound brilliance opens doors into your confidence, your power, into clarity, and into freedom. Freedom of expression and financial freedom. In these next 7 days, I'm going to be giving you the 7 gateways to activate your brilliance, unleash your power, and to fulfill your potential so that you can build your dream life and business. Welcome to everybody who's just joining in. My name is Nadia. I'm a clairvoyant advisor, sound and energy healer, empowerment coach for creative entrepreneurs and spiritual entrepreneurs who want to hit their next level, who want to get paid for their brilliance and want to build their dream life and business. I'm so excited for the next 7 days. I'm going to be giving you the 7 gateways, and every day we're going to be having a powerful lesson, a journaling practice, and an embodiment and integration practice. If you'd like to join us for the full 7 days, I highly encourage you to sign up. You'll be able to find the link in the comments below, and then you'll be able to join us for the full 7 days. So, are you ready to dive right in? Let's just take a moment to notice your breath, notice your body. Before we dive in, noticing your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Excellent. So gateway number 1. There is a powerful state that exists that is a key state. And this state is needed in order for you to be in a magnetic state of joy, of brilliance, and of confidence. And when you're in this state, you become magnetic to opportunities, to synchronicities, to clients, to abundance. And this key state is the state of your nervous system. When you're in this state, your brain can process life, business, relationships, all stimulus effectively. And this is called your window of tolerance. Dan Siegel, a psychiatrist, named this your window of tolerance. When you're inside of this window of tolerance, you feel confident, calm, relaxed, focused. You have clarity. It's kind of like the state that you feel like you're in if you've been on vacation for like 2 weeks and you're grounded. And so this state is key to activating that level of vibrancy and that sense of power. And we're going to do an embodiment practice towards the end to drop into this state. Now, what happens when you're not in this state? You can either be above or below your window of tolerance. When you're above, you're in a state of hyperactivation, also known as the fight or flight response. And when you're below, it is hypoactivation, also known as the freeze response. So, taking a moment to notice your breath, noticing the state of your body as you receive this information. And let's do a pulse check, a little temperature check. Have you ever felt worried, tense, anxious, overwhelmed, or you've had ruminating thoughts, like cyclical thoughts that just keep happening over and over and over again? You may feel a little bit irritable or on guard, or you just find it difficult to relax. If this is the case, you are likely in a state of hyperactivation, also known as fight or flight. Now let's explore the other state. Have you ever felt like it was hard to connect to your emotions, or a little bit spacey, hard to find clarity? Have you had trouble focusing or felt a little bit withdrawn, like you didn't want to socialize? And maybe, I think we paused for a second there, hopefully we're all good with the broadcast. You may have felt a little bit frozen. If this was the case, you likely were experiencing hypoactivation, also known as the freeze response. Now, how does this relate to building your dream life and business? Well, when you're in a state of hyper or hypoactivation, it becomes challenging to build your business in a state of ease and confidence and flow, whether that's raising your prices and noticing that you're getting anxious, whether that's saying no to an opportunity that doesn't align for you, whether that's a social media post or going live. It really impacts your ability to run your business, and it impacts your capacity to receive, right? Survival and abundance don't exist on the same frequency, and it really impacts how much you can hold in your life and business. Now, I'll quickly note that trauma really affects how often you can stay and how often you stay in your window of tolerance. If you've experienced either big T trauma or little t trauma, which can develop over time, which is not shock trauma, you experience overactivation of the amygdala, which is in the brain, and it triggers the fight, flight, freeze response. And so what happens is you get overactivation, overstimulation of the amygdala in response to events that are not life-threatening, like going live for a broadcast or a job interview, a difficult conversation with a partner, whatever that may be. It activates that response. And again, it makes it challenging. Now, I'll share that regulation, nervous system regulation, is the massive piece here. And it was a really, really big piece on my journey. I have been on my entrepreneurial journey for over 10 years and on my spiritual journey for over 20 years. And no matter how many business programs I took, I've taken many, whether it was, sales training, copywriting, marketing, these are great. But whether I took that or whether I took spiritual development courses, I somehow felt like a piece was missing. And so if you've ever been in a program and you're watching your business buddies and they're doing well and you're like, I don't know, I just don't understand, like, why am I not getting the results? This can be a missing piece, right? And it was for me in all that time. And when I was able to drop into a regulated state and start to incorporate regulation into my life, in addition to many of the pieces that I'm going to be teaching in this series, which is why I'm so excited about it, I went from having difficulty getting clarity on my niche, on my next steps, to alignment, clarity, a business that I love, 0 months to signing up 10 clients in just over 6 weeks, my first 5-figure month, and beyond. Like, the abundance keeps getting better in my business. And I say this to show you what's possible. My clients also get amazing, amazing results in their business, in their relationships, in their ability to communicate. And this is a key piece that we work on. It's a key piece in all of my programs. And, whether you were to do a free or paid program with me or with someone else, my programs are all trauma informed, and I highly recommend that you drop into a container that is trauma informed in a way. Like, what that means is that the program is built and structured, and the facilitators, coach, instructors are they are trained to recognize a dysregulation response, a sign of dysregulation, and to bring you back into your window of tolerance, to assist you in more regulation. The program creates more regulation, whether that's one-on-one or in the structure of how the program is created. And I'm so passionate about it because I've seen the results. It is deeply, deeply powerful, and I've seen the results for my clients too. So when you are inside your window of tolerance, that's when you are in this magnetic state. This is the state where joy exists. When you see the joy of a child and it radiates from them, right? This is the state where vibrancy exists, where confidence and power exists, and you become magnetic. You get the clarity that you need to drop into the alignment. I've seen this with my clients. When there are blocks, the brain creates confusion to keep you safe, right? Because that level of information and clarity means you're going to move forward. And if there's a roadblock that signals potential death, the brain creates confusion. It's I mean, it's a powerful system, and it's there to keep you safe. But I know and I imagine that you want expansion in your soul, in your bank account, in your business, and your level of vibrancy and joy. And so this is where you become magnetic to synchronicities, opportunities, clients, wealth, abundance, and it's a deeply powerful state. So we're going to drop into a journaling practice. Just noticing your breath moving in and out. And the message here really is that the gateway is your regulation, that state where your brain can process stimulus effectively. And when you're more dropped into that state, it increases your capacity to receive, whether that's clarity, whether that's clients, whether that's abundance. It's a state of safety. And safety is the foundation of visibility, abundance, clarity, and it's deeply powerful. So we're going to drop into a journaling practice, and hello to all the beautiful souls who are here. So lovely to see you. We're going to drop to a journaling practice. Grab your journal, and here is the question. How has being in survival mode impacted my business? If you don't have a business, my soon-to-be business, my career, my life, feel free to write whatever feels really potent for you and activating for you. So how has survival, being in survival, impacted my business? Whether that's a little bit of dysregulation, fight, flight, freeze, or a lot. Even burnout can be a sign of activation. So I'll give you a moment to write that down. And I invite you just to let whatever comes out flow onto the page. Just trusting that whatever comes out is perfectly aligned. And in a moment, we're going to drop into an embodiment practice. Just trusting that whatever comes out is what needs to be said, to be written down, to be expressed into the world. And I'll give you a moment longer. And I'll invite you to put a pause if you're still writing, and we're going to drop into the embodiment practice. Take you a moment to finish up. And hello. Okay, so let's drop into the embodiment practice, either with a soft gaze or allowing your eyes to close, and whatever feels good to you. If you notice that you prefer to have your eyes open, then you can do that. And if your impulse is to go inside, then I invite you to do that. And I invite you to notice the place where your body is contacting the surface that supports you. And really noticing in this moment that you are being held. Inviting your body, if it feels good to you, to release its weight completely. And then noticing your breath moving in through your nose and out through your mouth. Noticing the sensation of the air. Is the air cool, warm, or hot? And on your exhale, noticing the sensation of the air. Is it warm, hot, cool? And these are signals to the brain that you're safe as you start to notice. And I invite you now to gently open your eyes. If you'd like to keep them closed, you can do that. But what you're going to do is just become aware of what's in the room. What are the objects around you? Getting curious about what is there. Noticing the distance between you and the object. Taking a moment to notice where the door is. Noticing how many windows there are in the room, if there are any windows. And really getting curious. You can even name what room you're in. And taking one last moment to notice your breath moving in through your nose and out through your mouth. Excellent. Well done. So some of these practices that we just did start to signal to the brain that you are safe, and it's part of bringing you back into that window of tolerance. We go much, much deeper into my programs on this and so much more, and I'm super excited. There will be a special announcement coming up, so stay tuned. If you'd like to get the whole series, the full 7 days, I invite you to sign up so that you can grab the full 7 days and join us for this journey. That is truly some of my best material that I've discovered in entrepreneurship over the last 10 years and what's truly helped my clients, and I so look forward to it. So we will see you for day 2, where I'll be sharing the second gateway to activating your brilliance, unleashing your power and your confidence so that you can build your dream life and business. Sending you so much love and thank you. Thank you for dropping in today. Feel free to drop in the comments how you're now feeling and what this was like for you, and I look forward to connecting with you again. Mwah.